The best place to trap. No passing angles. Bad pass way out high as Dawkins never got too close to him.
Dawkins. B.J. Armstrong playing confident basketball. Over to Hodges. And Hodges with the running baby hook. And it's a three-point Chicago lead with 6:44 remaining.
When you play the scrambling defense, it takes you out of your set plays. You have to make good basketball moves, find the open man, know that you have a shot.
And Hodges hammered Hawkins from behind. Well, the Bulls said they would approach this game as if Scottie Pippen had a sprained ankle. Thus far, they're right.
We will get you back to the Spectrum in a moment. Pat O'Brien in New York City with a reminder that coming up you'll see either the Knicks and the Pistons or the Lakers and the Suns in our Sunday nightcap, and sources close to the players are confident.
Those of you lucky enough to see my son Bill play the Knicks today are in for a treat. I'm going over to Madison Square Garden right now, and if they boo him, I'll take care of it.
My son James will do the Lakers teammates proud today with a big game against all those other Suns, the Phoenix Suns.
Thank you, ladies. Let's go back to JB and Tommy. And Tommy, in their prime, who do you think was booed more, Lambeer or Danny Ainge?
I know a lot of guys that get booed. I happen to be one of them, too. But Bill Lambeer really has been a great player. We all know that, and so is James Worthy. My hat's off to their moms.
And Tommy, our hat's off to you, partner. It's been a great run for you, so no boos, nothing but cheers from here. And let's head on over now to Jim Gray.
Jimmy Lynam has been very upset in the huddle over here. He just told his guys that they've totally forgotten the defensive boards and the defensive end. It's just not an offensive game. They've had too many second chances. You guys must get back and play that tough defense that you did in the first half. James?
All right, Jimmy, what Philadelphia hasn't had, no field goals and only 1 point in 4.5 minutes of play.
Well, this has got to be Barkley time for the Sixers.
Percy Hawkins, nice move to the basket.
Well, he's pumped up.
And he's going to need it because Chicago has outscored Philadelphia 16-6 in this period. And the Bulls holding, clinging to a 1-point lead. Grant makes it 3. A 95-92 Chicago lead with 5:50 remaining in the contest.
That Grant-Mahorn matchup has been very productive for the Bulls.
And illegal defense called against Chicago.
Ed Nealy went down, and once he goes down and crosses that line, imaginary line down the lane, he must go double the ball. He faked at it, tried to go back to his man, illegal defense.
That was the first against Chicago. That'll be a warning. Second one will be a technical. I think that word is pronounced technical. Technically speaking. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dawkins will have to make the move.
Once again, Nealy does a great job of keeping Barkley off the board.
Ed Nealy has really done the job off the bench. 7 rebounds by the veteran from Vanderbilt.
And don't forget, he's playing against a guy who is a great rebounder. His job is not to get rebounds himself, but to make Barkley impotent on the board, to keep him off the board.
And he's playing with the best player in the game, giving him all kinds of opportunities to score. Michael Jordan, that be it. He's got 34 points as Charles Barkley draws the foul. That'll be against Ed Nealy, his third. Charles Barkley, only 5 of 10 at the free throw line. He's got 19 points. And he continues to struggle at the free throw line. Only a 60%, make that a 74% free throw shooter. Ed Nealy takes a seat on the Chicago bench.
You know, I think one of the things Charles Barkley's going to find out in this series is that you oughtn't to be talking in the paper you ought to be talking on the court. He did a great job in Game 3. This game right now, he's getting what people would perceive to be his medicine. He's been taking a lot of banging. He's very frustrated right now.
Well, it's been castor oil for him at the free throw line. Only 1 of 6 in the 4th period at the free throw line. Jordan, King, Grant, Cartwright, and B.J. Armstrong, the 5 for Chicago. But it's Michael Jordan's show today. Michael Jordan drops in his 36th point, and Chicago out to its biggest lead of the ball game, 99-92, 4:27 remaining.
How good you feel. You can still benefit from whole grain nutrition. But of these leading cereals, only Wheaties is made with 100% whole grain. So no matter what you're shooting for, better get your whole grain.
I better eat my Wheaties.
Hey, only a friend is going to tell you.
Off will be preceded by the NCAA Men's Gymnastics Championships, and that'll be followed by the NBA playoffs next Saturday right here on CBS. Our score, Chicago on top 99-92. Now, Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, and Pat O'Brien normally call this the At the Table segment. This is our serious Mother's Day segment. Jim Gray, you first.
Yeah, my mom, Lorna, she's in Denver today. Special woman, happy Mother's Day.
And to my mom in Secaucus, New Jersey, Bessie, happy Mother's Day.
And to the lady I call the Sergeant, Mary Ann Brown, happy Mother's Day from all of us here at CBS. And a great game indeed here at the Spectrum. Chicago answering the challenge and trying to reverse a trend that has seen them lose 15 of their last 17 games here at the Spectrum. Chicago on a 19-3 run. And Dawkins running down the middle gets hammered. Foul called on B.J. Armstrong. And take a look at the rebounding. Boy, has Jackson's squad responded.
I will tell you that Ed Neely is responsible for a lot of that, keeping Barkley off the boards. He never really went for rebounds himself, but Barkley, in his natural aggressiveness, took Neely towards the board, and he denied Barkley a real good shot at it, and Neely ended up getting a finger on several of them and tipping them to a teammate. Well, what a great job Ed Neely did.
And the Sixers continue the struggle at the free throw line. Dawkins. 2-point shot from Johnny Dawkins cuts the Bulls lead to 4 with 4 minutes remaining in the game.
They need a stop right here.
And that's the toughest man in basketball to stop, and it had to be a wet floor to do the job. Michael Jordan slipping on the move. Now, I've heard of moves on the moves before in basketball, but not quite like that.
That's one of those slippery moves.
Cheminsky. Barkley, rebound. And score.
Well, Stacey King and Horace Grant just did not block out Charles Barkley, and he made his presence felt that time. Charles Barkley going for an offensive rebound as Grant, unlike Neely, releases Barkley to try and get a rebound himself. What you got to do against a great player like Barkley is give up your own rebound by stopping him from getting good position to pull one down himself. And Barkley, once he gets inside that defense like that, he uses his power to put it back up. That time, no hard foul.
Important information, Chicago with 2 timeouts and a 20 remaining. Philadelphia with 2 fulls, no 20 remaining. Team foul 76ers with 2. Chicago over the limit. 3:38 remaining, and it's a 2-point ball game. Chicago on top, 99-97. And this is the man with the ball in his hands, Michael Jordan.
And a matchup, Charles Barkley defending Jordan.
He's got Jordan out high. Jordan with the quickness advantage. And he uses it and capitalizes on it. Michael Jordan gives Chicago a 4-point lead.
Well, they got by Barkley, and Barkley was expecting help, but nobody helps enough on Michael Jordan. Watch this step on Barkley. Barkley up challenging him. Quick step around, and his speed. Barkley has to release him. Lifts one man on one side of the basket, but the other side of the hoop wide open. That's what he does. Breaks you down.
Philadelphia fans used to see that move so often for years by one Julius Erving. Dawkins and Philadelphia at the free throw line, just not doing the job. John Paxson fouled Johnny Dawkins for his fourth foul. Philadelphia 2 of 9 this period at the free throw line. 3 of 10. And Philadelphia trails 101 to 98.
You know who hasn't been heard from in this game an awful lot is Rick Mahorn.
He's only got 2 points. Paxson on the move. Foul. Take your pick, Mahorn or Jaminski. It looks like it's going to be on Mahorn.
Personal foul, Rick Mahorn, his 5th personal.
And that's 5 on Rick Mahorn, as you saw Jim Lynam expressing his frustration as well. Paxson, 82% free throw shooter on the season, as Ed Neely comes in to replace Stacey King, and Bill Cartwright comes in to replace Horace Grant. Now, the point of those substitutions.
Well, the point being that Neely is going to be keeping Barkley off the offensive glass. He was so effective. And Grant will have to be defended by a much slower man. And that is Rick Mahorn. So they may use that as an option. Give Michael Jordan some other people to play with there.
Barkley wants the ball with Neely defending. And Grant coming over for the double team. Bats it out of bounds. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 103-98 Chicago lead. 2:39 left in the game.
Barkley has not been able to make a quick move in the low post on Neely.
Hawkins. Barkley, rebound, fresh 24. Dawkins. Barkley again, and foul from behind. Michael Jordan. And that's 3 personal fouls on Michael Jordan. Chicago, of course, over the limit in fouls. Now, Barkley has been struggling at the free throw line all afternoon, only 5 of 13. And the drought continues, 5 for 14.
Greg Hodges in for the Bulls right now as an outside shooting threat. Should they start doubling Jordan up the other end?
Barkley had missed his last 6 prior to that make, and it's a 103-99 Chicago lead with 2:23 remaining.
And Barkley, they got Jordan playing the quick forward spot right now, so Barkley has to play him, and Jordan would end up with easy shots like that.
And a quick Horace Grant beating Rick Mahorn to the spot in a fresh 24. And the clock is the enemy of Philadelphia.
What a time to put the heat on Charles Barkley to play defense against a real quick, great player.
Good hands by Mike Jaminski as he knocks the ball out of bounds. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and under 2 remains in the ball game.
And Jaminski was forced to switch on that play. What a matchup for Jordan to take advantage of.
A 20-second timeout called by Phil Jackson, as Jimmy Clemens, the assistant coach, was all in Phil Jackson's ear that time, calling something that he wanted to talk about. Speaking of that, it was really interesting how you were talking about how both coaches seem to be more participatory in their style of coaching, allowing input from the assistants.
Well, I think that's kind of important, but I think it's also important to let the players have some input on what they think can work. And right now, I have to say that when you're looking at the Bulls, they've got to come up with something right now to kind of put this out of reach. They've got, in essence, 3 guards in there. Michael Jordan's playing a quick forward. Barkley will have a speed disadvantage. And in fact, they've got the speed advantage at 4 positions right now.
Philadelphia has a foul to give, but not like that, as Michael Jordan goes over top of Mike Jaminski. and Jaminski with the foul. So Michael Jordan.
Well, right now, he's going out. Barkley trying to defend this man. Mahorn tries to step up and double him. No way. Jaminski trying to get that quick. See you later.